Okay, guys, good morning. So, yesterday we had discussed about BDD Cucumber POM, phase object mode. Okay, so we will do one more exercise on Cucumber POM. So, we have taken data tables with headers. This is the same project we had taken. Okay, and okay, let me take the same program, same project. I am taking copy. I'm going to create a new folder. Let me create a folder here. So here, I copied the existing project. Okay, let me rename the project folder. Okay, Cucumber POM2. So this is the project folder I'm doing. So in the pom.xml, I have to modify the things. Okay, show more options. We can't rename. So in the pom.xml, I have to change the things. Group ID, artifact ID, and project name. Okay, and I'm saving this pom.xml. Let's close this. Okay, so now I'm going back to here. So I want to import that project. Okay, let's go to file, import existing Maven projects. Let's import that project. So I'm navigating to browse and in C under Selenium grid folder, this Cucumber POM2 project folder is available and I'm importing this folder. So this is the Cucumber POM2 project got imported. Okay. Right. Let's go to the SRC test Java. Okay. So SRC test resources having feature files, skills and jobs. Okay. So yesterday we did for skills, right? So today we will do for jobs. Okay. So what is the in POM what is the first step I have to do? I have to create a package called pages. Okay, let me create pages. So under SRC test Java, I am creating a new package, pages. So under this pages, okay, what are the page class files I have to create? Login page, jobs page, and home page. Okay, let me create these three pages. Login page. Okay. So first I will login page and home jobs page. And home page. Going back to login page, I have to declare WebDriver. Okay, let's declare WebDriver. I declared WebDriver. Okay, so WebDriver it is showing error. Just keep the import WebDriver. So I'm clicking on import WebDriver. It's got imported. Okay, guys. Now I want to get the driver to login page. So public void get login page driver. So here I have to create local object WebDriver driver1. Okay, and this dot driver is equal to driver. Right. So this is the method we have to write. Same method I also need to write it in other classes as well, job space. So let's go to job space, this one job space. Okay, instead of login page, let me keep job space. Okay. So I have to declare web driver as well. Saving, and I have to import web driver. One second. Right. Next, in home page as well. One second. So get home page driver. Okay, and I'm saving this. So login page, home page, and job space. These are the three pages are available. Okay. So let's open login page. We will start the changes from login page. So going back to my step definition.java class file. One second, guys. So going back to my step definition.java class file. Where is that in my steps? Okay. So user launch Chrome browser. This method we are not touching at all. Okay. And users open URL. So now let's go to write a method public void open orange HRM. Correct? Open orange HRM. And does it method having any input values? Yeah, string test URL. Let's create string test URL. Okay. So now I have to copy all these set of driver commands. Control C. So here it is not required at all. Okay, let me delete this. Okay. Now same thing I want this method as well. Okay, let me copy this method and paste it here in the login page here. So here I am giving this method name as login. Public void login. So everything is set. So let me delete the methods here as well. Is not required at all. Okay. Next. Now I want to login page changes got completed. Now I want to do for job space. Okay. So now what I have to do? Let me copy this method. Control C. Going back to job space. So add jobs. So the method name I changed. Remaining everything is same because the job space contains only job related things. And I'm saving. Going back to 1 second. What it is showing error. So for loop got closed and one more curling bracket got missed actually. So for this for loop and for this method starting curling bracket, it has to be there ending curling bracket. It's there now. So main class. Okay, right. Okay, now everything is done. So login page is done. And if I want to do close browser, let's go to the home page and public void close browser. So we will write driver.close. Okay. So all the things are ready. Okay. So now, so in my step definition.java class file, I have to, where is that? So in my step definition.java class file, I have to create objects. So for login page LP. Okay. Next one, job space JP. Okay. And next one, home page HP. So let's import these things. Okay, then all the pages got done. So now users opens URL. This method is available under login page, this set of driver comments. So let's create an object. Okay, all LP object has been there. So LP is equal to new login page of. So I am creating the object. After that, I have to pass the WebDriver object. LP dot get login page WebDriver. So this is the one. And after that, LP dot open orange HR. Where is that? This one. That right. So coming to the login page. So this is the LP dot login method. Done. So the set of driver commands will be executed from login page. Now coming back to job space. So we no need all this information here. So let me delete it. So here create jobs. So I have to create object for JP. JP already created. New is equal to new job space of. And after that, JP dot get job space driver. Once. JP dot get job space driver. And after that, JP dot icons. Done. Okay. So going back to close browser. Close browser, what is the thing we need to do? Home page object. HP already created, right? HP is equal to new home page of. All right. Next, HP dot get home page WebDriver. Okay. Next, HP dot close. Okay. So these are the things we do. Okay. Close browser. I am commenting because I don't want to close the browser. I want to see the results. So all my step definition dot changes got completed. Okay. So all the changes got completed. Okay, right. Now let's go to the runner class file. Where is my runner class file? Here. So let's open this Cucumber runner class file. So which file we want to execute now? TC01 jobs. Correct only? Right. Okay, let me save this one. And if I will run this one runner class file, so corresponding methods will be invoked from corresponding page class file. Okay. Going back to jobs.feature file. So what is the record? Sales 1 and sales 2, sales 3 record has to create in the system. So it's navigated. So sales 1 record got created and the sales 2 record will be created. Next one is sales 3 record got created. Okay. Everyone understood about page object model design pattern. Okay. So now we discussed about there are two design patterns in Selenium. I told you. So the first one is page object model design pattern and second one is page factory model design pattern. Okay. So far we haven't discussed about page factory model design pattern. Okay. Now let me tell you about page factory model design pattern as well. So now what I am doing is I am copying this project Cucumber P1 So I am going back to my Selenium grid folder. So here I am going to paste it the same. Okay, let me take this project copy and I'm pasting here page factory model. So let me rename it to page factory. Got it? So Cucumber underscore page factory. So let's take this one. So in the pom.xml, I have to modify. Okay, so I'm saving this one. Of course. So now I'm going to import that page factory model project. Okay, I'm navigating to file, import existing Maven projects. Next, browse in my C drive, Selenium grid page factory model. So let's select this one and click in one page. Where is that? Okay. So this is the project got imported. Okay. So now in page factory model, what are the changes that we will do? We have to understand. Okay. So now I'm going back to the changes we will do only in pages only. So now I'm going back to login page here. So here my set of driver commands was written driver.find element by name, driver.find element by name, and another one is driver.find element by xpath. Okay, so now what I'm doing is in this one, here I'm adding a one line of code. Okay, just observe this one, page factory model. So now what I'm doing is page factory dot init elements. I'm writing driver comma this. Understood everyone? This is the only line I have added. Okay, and I'm importing this page factory. So import page factory. So this is the supporting library got added here. Got the point? So page factory dot init elements driver comma this is the supporting line got added. Okay, now. So this is the first change, step one. This is the first change you have to do. And second one is, so you have to write at the rate find by name is equal to, and we have to define web element username. Okay, I have written like this. What is this meaning? I will tell you. So here I am importing at the rate find by. So this is the one I am importing. Supporting library is importing, and web element supporting library also it's importing. And here, so here the username had been given. We are locating the based on name. So I am specifying like this. Understood? And similarly, I'm writing one more of web element object reference. I'm going to create one more web element object reference. Name is equal to what is the second one here? Password. So I'm identifying based on name is equal to password. So let's give the web element name, object reference name as password. Got it? And third one, the third web element we identified based on XPath. Okay, let's write XPath is equal to so XPath value, this one, right? So let's copy this one. Control C. And this one is login button. Got it? So this we can call it as a object repository. What we can call object repository. This section we can call it as a object repository. Okay. So maintaining of web element, creation of web element objects, creation of web elements, web element object reference. By name, ID, XPath. Okay, so this section we can call it as an object repository. So in page factory model, we will create web element object references like this. So now I am going to use this web element object reference here. So I won't write this line. So simply I will write username dot send this. Okay, and I will use this one password dot send keys. Okay, and third one is login button. Login button dot. Okay, so in page factory model, we should not supposed to write driver dot find element by ID, driver dot find element by name, driver dot find element by expert. We will create object repository like this by using @find by. Okay, and you can use those web element object references inside the methods. That is the main point in page factory model. Okay, now let me save. So now let's similar change I want to do in job space as well. So now what I will do? So first I have to add this line. So let's go to the job space. So this is the line I am adding page factory dot init elements and I have to create object repository. So let me take one line of code. So after this I'm specifying. Okay. So here the first one is admin. So it will click on admin. Next one is job. Next one is job titles. Next one is add button, job title, job description, job note, and finally clicks on save button. So now what I need to do here, XPath. So XPath. So XPath I have to mention, and this one is admin button. Okay. So let's go and take the XPath. Where is this? Okay.
सर इधर एक फाइल बयान हुई है सर అది డైరెక్ట్గా ఎలిమెంట్ లో సేవ్ అయిపోతా
అంటే డ్రైవర్ డాట్ ఫైండ్ ఎలిమెంట్ బై నేమ్ అని రాయకుండా ఇలా రాస్తారు సింటాక్స్ అంతే.
అంటే ఇది డ్రైవర్ డాట్ ఫైండ్ బై అనేది సేవ్ అయిపోతుంది ఎలిమెంట్ లో ఎలిమెంట్ రిఫరెన్స్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఇచ్చారు కదా దాంట్లో సేవ్ అయిపోతుంది.
అంటే వెబ్ ఎలిమెంట్ మన వెబ్ ఎలిమెంట్ ఎలా రాస్తాం? డ్రైవర్ డాట్ ఫైండ్ ఎలిమెంట్ బై ఎక్స్పాత్ అని రాస్తాం. కానీ పేజ్ ఫ్యాక్టరీ మోడల్లో ఇలా రాస్తాం. వెబ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ ని వెబ్ ఎలిమెంట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ రిఫరెన్సెస్ ని మెథడ్ లో యూజ్ చేస్తాం అంతే చేంజ్. సో ఇప్పుడు okay, let me take this one. Okay, next admin is done. Next one admin job. Okay, next one is job titles. So it will go to click on admin job titles. Next one it will click on add button. Okay, let me give add button. Okay, next one is job title. Next one is job description. Next one is job note. Job title, job description, job note. And last one is button save. Save button. Okay. So now, so admin I had given. Now I have to take job. Second one is job. This one. Okay. So let's keep job. Next one is job title. Third one. Okay. Next one, job description. This one, add button, right? Add button. Next one, job title. Okay. Next one, job description. Last one, job note. Last one, button save. Okay, right. So next, I have to use this web element object reference. I should not supposed to write. So let me delete all these things. So even user also can understand what he is doing. He's clicking on admin. Okay. Next one, he is going to click on job. Next one, job title. Huh? Job title. Next one, add button. Okay. Next one, job title. So job title, it is there 2 times. Admin job title. Let's enter job title 1. Okay. So let's give job title 1. Next one, job description. Job note. And number save button. Previously, we could not able to understand if we are writing driver dot find element by X path, nobody can understand. But if I will use some proper naming, what is happening also, if somebody will review, they can understand easily. He's clicking on admin job title, add button, job title, he's entering job title, job description, job note, and he's clicking on save button. Like that, anybody can understand. Okay, now I'm saving this one. So anyway, in home page, there is no set of driver commands. Driver.find elements set of driver commands was not there. Let's go to execute runner class file. So TC01 jobs. So means this feature file I had implemented in page factory model design pattern. Okay, so let's run this. Run as test engine test. So the same project we are running by using page factory model design pattern. See, username details got entered and it's navigated to admin job titles like that. Only the changes we did in only in pages. Okay. We did only 2 things: page factory dot init elements driver comma this, and we have created object repository.
డ్రైవర్ లేకుండా అది సర్చ్ చేస్తారు అంటే డ్రైవర్ ప్రకారం యాడ్ చేయాలి కదా డ్రైవర్ కావాలి.
We have written in object model at the rate find by driver. There it is. I'm going to explain that. Okay. So now my project got executed. Okay. So what in the interviews by default interview question is people are asking what is the difference between page object model design pattern and page factory model design pattern. This is the question people are asking. So you have to explain whenever you are passing driver from one page to another page. So the driver came to job space. So whenever this line got executed, whenever I am passing driver from one page to another page, I am calling page factory dot init elements driver comma this line. Okay, so that is the main difference you have to tell in the interviews. Whenever in page factory model, when I am passing the driver from one page to another page, I am calling page factory dot init elements driver comma this. So whenever this line number 18 got executed, page factory.init elements driver comma this got executed, all these web elements, all these web elements are available or not on the web page. It will be cross validated. Whether this name is available or not, whether this XPath is available or not, whether this ID is available or not. All these web elements are validated against the DOM page at a time. Okay. Whereas in page object model, whenever you are executing set of driver commands, whenever it is going to corresponding driver command, it is validating one by one. Okay, each line is checking and driver is going and checking. But here, all the web elements are checking at a time whether these web elements are available or not. Suppose in case if you give any of the XPath is wrong, something like this. Okay, so this method it won't be executed at all. So before executing add jobs method, it ensures all the object repository web elements are available or not on the HTML DOM. In case any of the web element is not available, it will throw no such element exception. So the moment when you pass the driver to another, the moment when page factory.init elements driver comma this is executed, it's checking all web element object references. It's checking the entire object repository of that particular page. Web elements are available or not. After that only I am invoking the main method, add jobs method. So once all web elements are available, I am doing the required operations. Click on send this. Okay. Whereas in page object model, I am checking each and every driver command whether this XPath is available or not. So which is the best approach? Page object model or page factory model? Page factory model, because before executing my main method, I am cross checking all these web elements are available or not. So it saves my time. So once all web elements are available, then I am calling these web element object references in my main method. Okay. So in case any of the web element is not available, it will throw no such element exception. Right. So that is the only advantage in page factory model. The advantage is page factory model advantage is we can initialize the web elements. We can initialize the web elements by using @find by. So this is the point you have to tell. We can initialize the web elements by using @find by ID is equal to @find by name is equal to @find by XPath is equal to @find by CSS selector is equal to. Okay, we can initialize the web element object reference and page specific object repository. We can create page specific object repository by writing @find by. Okay, and whenever we are passing driver from one page to another page factory.init elements driver comma this line will be executed so that all @find by web elements will be executed and all web elements will be cross checked on the web page. Once all web elements are available, then only the required main method operation will be executed. This is the line. Okay. Whereas in page object model, there is no initialization of web element object reference. There is no pre-initialization of the web element object reference. In base object model, we will write set of driver commands by writing driver.find element by ID, driver.find element by name. Like that we will write. Okay. Right. So that is the only difference we have to tell. So people will ask what is page factory.init elements driver commands. So whenever page factory.init elements driver command this got executed, all web elements will be cross checked on the web page, whether the ID or name or XPath or CSS selector of that particular web element is available or not. So this is the point you have to tell in the interview. And easy to understand as well, which web elements we are clicking, because we are giving proper naming convention. It's easy to understand as well. Okay. So Cucumber, POM and POM2. These two only we explained right today. Anything else? No. Cucumber, POM and page factory. Okay. Right. Next one is, let's go to the documentation part. BDD. Now, coming back to the interview point of view. how we have to tell in the interviews. BDD cucumber framework. Okay. So today we will focus on so this what document you have to prepare by yourself. So if you go for any of the interviews, can you please walk through the framework you had used in your project? So you have to tell, sir, we in our project we had followed BDD cucumber framework. That is the first line. In our project we had followed BDD cucumber framework. The test case objective or behavior is defined in a feature file under SRC test resources. And a feature file contains scenario and scenario outline. And a scenario or scenario outline contains some set of steps to achieve particular test objective. And every step can be developed by using keywords called given, when, then, and but keywords. This language we can call it as a Gherkin language. For each step of the keyword in the feature file, corresponding methods we are implementing under step definition.java class file. And to execute the scenarios, we will use testrunner.java class file. And testrunner.java class file, which contains @cucumber options. So in the testrunner.java class file, okay, let's go to this one. See so the testrunner.java class file which contains @cucumber options. So they will ask you about these options. So let's go to the first one. So features is equal to which of the feature file that we want to execute, we have to specify features is equal to. And glue is equal to where the feature files steps are implemented. So we have to specify the package name. We have to specify the package name where methods are implemented. So you have to tell about features, which feature file we are going to execute. And glue is equal to where the feature file steps are implemented under which package. So we have to specify the package name. And tags is equal to, yesterday we discussed about tags. So tags, what it indicates, to execute specific group of scenarios. So for every scenario we can write @group name, regression @smoke test. Okay. So if you want to execute a particular group of scenarios, you can specify tag section. So apart from that, so we have discussed about features, glue and tags. And what is dry run? Okay, dry run is equal to true. So you can also write one second. See here is so features, glue, tags I mentioned here. So dry run is equal to true. Okay, what is this meaning? Dry run is equal to true. So what is this meaning is it checks if all the steps have the step definition or not. So for every step, corresponding method implementation is available or not. Okay. So if you don't write also it will check. But if you write it explicitly before running the runner class file, if any of the method you have written 10 steps, but you have implemented only 9 methods, but the 10th keyword method was not implemented. So dry run is equal to true you have written, so that your program execution cannot be started at all. Okay, because one step you haven't implemented. But previously, what is happening? All these 9 steps got executed, and well, when it is reaching to 10th step, it is program execution is failing. Okay, but if you write dry run is equal to true, first 9 steps it won't be executed. Itself, this method was not implemented. It is showing. Okay, so better to write dry run is equal to true. In case if you got missed, also system will prompt you. Let's implement this method. So the system will prompt you. And strict is equal to true. So similarly, we can also write strict is equal to true. We can also write strict is equal to true. One second. strict is equal to true. Okay, I will tell you about this meaning. Okay, but we can write strict is equal to true as well. So strict is equal to true means the execution will fail the execution if there are any undefined or pending steps. So previously dry run is equal to true means it checks whether for this step, for this keyword, this method is available or not. Just it is checking. Before running, it is checking, it is ensuring. But if you want to fail the execution, if you want to stop the execution, you have to write strict is equal to true. The execution will be failed. It won't go and continue the remaining things. Dry run is equal to true means it checks for every step corresponding method is available or not. That's it only. It won't pass or fail, it won't stop anything. Before running, for every keyword, so in your feature file, you have written 6 steps. For all the 6 steps, methods are available or not, it's checked, that's it only. But if you write strict is equal to true, the execution will be failed in case if there are any undefined or pending steps are there. Okay, better to write strict is equal to true as well. And monochrome is equal to true. So displays the console output in much readable way. So suppose in the console section, see the console section output report, sometimes we could not able to understand these things. Okay. So if you write monochrome is equal to true, whatever console output it has been generated, we can easily understand. Yeah, this scenario got passed, this scenario got passed, this scenario got failed. So the detailed information it will be provided. Okay. So the output report, if you want to generate properly in the console, you can write monochrome is equal to true as. And format is equal to you can keep true or false. By default, format value is false. So format value is equal to true if you specify. So the reports will be generated in a good readable format. I will show you the reporting part. I haven't shown you so far. I will show you the reporting part as well. So now let's go to the runner class file, Cucumber runner class file. So let me add runner. Okay, where is this? So I'm going to add this one. Okay, plugin section. I'm copying this one, and in my runner class file, after this one, I'm going to add this one. Okay, so I'm saving this one. So now let's go and run the feature file again. So tc01 jobs.feature file. So let's go to the runner class file, src test resources. So 10, 10, 10, 20, 20, 20, and sales 30. So in the runner class file, I added a section called, what is that? Plugin section. So what is this plugin section is, once your script got executed, reports will be generated automatically. The execution output reports will be generated in cucumber.html. Let me show you that one. Okay, let's run this one. Run as test-ng test. So sales 10 record got created, and sales 20 record will be created now. And third record is sales 30. So 3 records got created. So now I want to see the output report. So far we have checked the results only in the console, but we haven't verified reports like in target folder Cucumber reports. So in your project folder, just select this one and refresh. Okay, click on refresh. Now let's go to a target folder will be created here. See the target folder which contains the reports as Cucumber reports folder. Let's say I open Cucumber reports. So there is a cucumber.html. Okay, let me open this cucumber.html, open with browser. So I'm going to open this one in the Chrome browser. See, so these are the steps which have successfully executed. Okay, all the feature file, if any of the step is getting failed, it will show you into symbol. Okay, if it is got passed, it will show you like this. So that means how much time it was taken? 1 minute, 42 seconds it was taken on Windows 10 platform. So this is the feature file got executed, and these all steps got executed successfully. So this is the report got generated automatically. And in the test.java class file, we mentioned HTML reports folder, report.html, HTML reports folder, report.html. Let me open this one as well. Open with web browser. So I'm copying this URL and let's open in the URL. See, same thing, it was generated. So same reports was generated. So the reports will be generated automatically if you specify the plugin section. Okay. So if you want to generate the reports automatically, we can use plugin section. So right. So dry run, it checks if all the steps have. So in the interviews, people are asking the test.java class file which contains @cucumber options. The first keyword features, which of the feature file I want to execute. Clue, where my feature file steps are implemented under which package. Tags, which group of scenarios I want to execute. Okay. And dry run, it checks if all the steps have the step definition or not. Strict is equal to true. Execution will be failed if there is any pending or unimplemented steps. Okay. Format, what all reports format to use. Okay. So how the reports of the look and feel it has to generate. And monochrome is equal displays the console output in much readable way. So whatever output was generated in the Eclipse console section, we can it's an English understandable language, it can be generated. So right now we could not able to understand these things, but in the runner class file, if you write monochrome is equal to true, it will be generated. Okay, so this runner class file @cucumber options, it was developed by Cucumber team itself. So we no need to develop any of them, but in the interview point of view, they will ask what is @cucumber options. If the @cucumber options contains run configurations of a particular feature file. Okay. So in that test.java file, we will define it. So whatever points I told you, 1, 2, 3, 4 points I explained. And after that, you have to describe about, coming to scenario, you have to describe about the definitions. A scenario steps can be executed only once with predefined input values. Coming to background key section, it contains common reusable steps which can be executed first for every scenario. And coming to scenario outline, steps can be executed multiple times for each set of input data defined in the example section. And coming to data tables, to achieve parameterization, we use data tables. In feature file for a particular step, we can write parameters and corresponding input values. Okay, and to get those input values in the step definition.java file, we have to create data table object at the method level. So like this, at the method level, the data table object will be created. And coming to hooks, hooks is a common snippet of code which can be executed globally before and after scenario. So all these concepts we had used in our project. And coming to tags are used to execute specific group of scenarios. Okay. And in our project, we had followed page object model. We had followed page factory model design pattern. So in page factory model design pattern, for every web page specific, we are writing separate Java class files and corresponding methods are implementing. And every page specific, we are maintaining the page object repository. So the object repository we had implemented by using @findby. And to initialize the web element objects, we are calling page factory.init elements driver comma this. Okay, so like this, we had used page factory model, and we had used hooks. We had used the feature file scenario outline and background key sections, and we had used test.java class file to execute the scenarios. Okay, for every keyword corresponding methods got implemented. So like that, we had followed BDD Cucumber framework in our project. Okay, so this is the complete explanation. You have to talk at least for 10 or 15 minutes in the interview. Okay, so let me place this document as well. I'm copying this document. 1 second. Selenium grid, right? In the C drive. Selenium grid. So today we had covered about page factoring model, Cucumber POM and BDD Cucumber framework, how to explain in the interface. Okay. So these three things I am copying in the folder in June 7th folder. So total last 2 days onwards, I haven't uploaded 2 videos, and so including this one, total 3 videos I will be uploaded in next 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, so let me share this one. Okay.